Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the oh so awaited makeup collection video. I'm just wanting to say that quick little disclaimer that every one of these videos has, saying that I'm not bragging, I'm not showing off, and I hope that you don't think I'm vain because I own a fair share of makeup. It is more than probably most other people my age, other 16-year-olds, but it is also not as much as, say, a professional or even other YouTubers on here. I do not have a totally excessive amount, but I just obsess over makeup. It's what makes me happy, I enjoy it, so I buy more of it. It's not like I buy something when only I use something up. So I do have multiple foundations and whatnot, but I just want to say that if you've been looking forward to this video, I hope you enjoy it. If you found my channel because of this, please stick around, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I just love makeup, and my disclaimer is that it's what I love, so I have a fair share of it, and I hope you guys can understand that. And without further ado, let's just get into this video. Here's an overview of my vanity setup. I have the taller Alex 9 drawers, which I store my makeup in. And then off to the side, I have the shorter Alex drawers, which I also sometimes put makeup on. Usually I keep this space bare and I take my pictures on here. But for now, I put all the products that I do not store in my vanity on top so I can talk about those later. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the last drawer, which is my powder face products. In the drawer below it, I store my spare packaging that is too pretty and I can't part with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with my powder face product drawer. I have my classic powders like the e.l.f. HD Loose and Pressed, the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, and then the Sonia Kashuk Brightening and the Rimmel Stay Mattes. And then if you go in the left corner, I have the Wet n Wild Sunset Junction Trio from the summer, then the Milani Awakening Rose blush from the summer, or Hourglass Mode Exposure Milani Luminoso, L'Oreal Too Much Powder Glue Liners in Rose and Ice, and then I have e.l.f. baked powders that are all three baked highlighters, as well as two of their baked blushes, and then a powder they don't make anymore. I have the Too Faced Sweethearts Flush Blush in Candy Glow, and then little bronzing pearls, I think they're called, bronzing beads, something like that I got noticed in Rack, but I think they're discontinued now. The Sleek Blush by 3 in the shade Lace, the Benefit Holiday Cheek Set from last year. This year's is pretty much the same except different packaging. In front of that, the Wet n Wild Contour Duos, and the quadrant in front of those, I have the right there, NARS blushes in the shades Starscape and Orgasm. Starscape was from the Christopher Kane collection, and then I have a few e.l.f. Studio blushes. In this section, I have the MAC Lightscapade Mineralized Skin Finish Milani Luminata Limited Edition Highlight, and then the e.l.f. Mineral Blush in the shade Sweet Retreat, and this precious little Stila Kitten Mini Highlighter Duo. Back there, I have the e.l.f. Cool Matte Bronzer, Tarte Park Ave Princess, and then a e.l.f. Mineral Bronzer. I couldn't think of what it was called there for a second. I have Tarte blushes, which are some of my favorites, in the shades Exposed, Captivating, Celebrated, Doll Face, and then a mini limited edition one from last holiday. Back there with Cruella is the Matte Cruella de Vil Dark something blush from their Disney Villains collection that was so long ago. I bought mine off a shopping app. And then behind that, limited edition Pink Colt, which was my first MAC blush. I have way back there, which are kind of hidden for a reason, the e.l.f. pearls that were a limited edition for like springtime last year, and then they brought them back, so I don't really know what's up with those. And they have a bunch of glitter in them and they're just kind of a mess. And then lastly, the Essence Ombre blushes in a permanent shade in the limited edition one being from this fall. And then very lastly, the Physicians Formula shimmer strip, and I think it's Vegas strip. Next, we are on to liquid and cream products. This is mostly foundations as well as other various things like cream highlights. I have a little bit of, I guess, organized chaos in this drawer. It's not really that organized, but this is such a variety of products, it's hard to keep it organized. I guess I'll just start in the same general area I started in the last drawer. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair. I really like it, and I'm actually pretty close to running out right now. This, as you cannot tell, is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. Probably my favorite primer. It's just like a light hydrating moisturizer, and I personally don't really like wearing moisturizer during the day, so I like that a lot. Then I have a mini MAC Strobe Cream and a little depotted MAC Face and Body in white, and I totally need to buy the full size of that. Back there we have the NYX Wonder Pencil in Fair. I don't really have too many uses for that, so if you know any like really clever ones, I've tried it on my waterline, but it fades, and then on like spots on your face, it just doesn't quite blend too well. I have the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Cream Duo. I used to have the powder one, but I didn't use it enough, so I gave it to a friend. The cream one is really warm toned, but I actually kind of like it if I want a warm contour. Then I have the mini Smashbox Pore Minimizing and the Ulta Hydro Prime Primer that does nothing and kind of makes your foundation go on a little bit funky. I have the NYX Caramel Mineral Stick Foundation. It sets too fast to contour with. 3 ColourPop highlighters and Hippo, Stole a Show, and Lunch Money. My peachy toned concealers for correcting in these shades. Brightening Peach by Pixie, and then the Fair CoverGirl Stick Concealer, which shouldn't be orange because it's just a regular concealer, but it does correct nicely under the eyes. I'm gonna save foundations for last. I have just some random cream benefit products like High Beam and What's Up, and then I think that's Cha Cha Tint in there. I only have 3 concealers right now because I just got rid of quite a few that my empties video will be showing. Maybelline Fair, Urban Decay Fair Neutral, and then Master Conceal in Fair by Maybelline. So back there I have the cream blushes by NYX Natural, which is my favorite cream blush, and then e.l.f. Headliner Blush, which is really intense and kind of hard to do, especially on fair skin. As we can see, I have some liquid highlights back here. I have a mini of the NARS Orgasm Illuminator, L'Oreal True Match Liquid Glow Illuminator in Ice, which sets a little bit too quickly for my taste, and then Stila, what is this called? Pink Shimmer, which is a little bit too glittery as well. And then way back there is a foundation, which is the Revlon Whipped. This is a little bit too pink for me, but it is a nice texture. I don't know why this is in here because it's powder, but it's a Sephora powder foundation. And then I have the Cover FX Cream Total Coverage Foundation, which I do really like. Way back there, you can't really see them. I guess I'll just go and pick them up. I have the L'Oreal Liquid Nude Magic Powder Foundation, and then the L'Oreal True Match Lumi in 1-2. Both of these are a little bit too orange and too dark. Cool One and Neutral One and the L'Oreal True Match regular formula, and then the CoverGirl True Blend. This just doesn't wear all day. W1 by L'Oreal, closest color match to me. I have 2 of those. Makeup Forever HD in Y205. Maybelline Matte and Poreless 110 Porcelain. And then the Maybelline 10 Porcelain in the Super Stay Better Skin. That's what I'm wearing today. And then the Maybelline what's this called? Fit Me. I have my MAC ones back there. I'm not gonna go through all of these lipsticks, that'd be a little bit crazy. I have my mini lipsticks, my Wet n Wild ones. Most of these are this year's fall collection. I used to really not like the formula, but I am trying to try them out more and give them a little bit more testing before saying they're too dry and I don't like them. This is the Sephora collection with Craig and Carl from this summer. It's just a matte hot pink. I have an Estee Lauder one. My Bite Bee lipsticks, Marc Jacobs, random flower ones, quite a few Maybelline ones over here. These are the new Villains ones with the Walgreens. And then the old Kat Von D ones, Rimmel. And this corner I have Revlon, NYX. You can't see this guy because he's falling over because he's one of the newer formula high voltage ones. I have e.l.f. lipsticks, L'Oreal, Essence, Milani, New York Color, and then a few Maybelline ones. So yeah, if you want like an in-depth lipstick collection, I'd be fine with filming that, but I don't want to go too in-depth because there are quite a few. Oh, and that's the Lorac one that I just got too. I have lip balms up front as well as an Aquaphor because that can be a lip balm, but it's a little too intense. Random ones like US, Body Shop, Jack Black. Other lip balms or sheer lip products in this. My favorite lip oil, the Clarins one, and then Sugar, Fresh Sugar lip balm. Clinique lip, almost lipstick. NYC lip balm, Maybelline Baby Lips, Nivea, and then an e.l.f. lip balm I just got. Over here, Bites Holiday lip set from last year, mini ColourPop ones from Holiday, NARS Birthday Sephora, and then 2 of the e.l.f. matte lipstick ones back there. My traditional ColourPops, my L'Oreal Lilac Le Matte, my Maybelline Color Blur, Random Lord & Berry, Miraness, I think that's what's called. Wet n Wild, Tarte Energy. Back there I have Pop Beauty, Revlon over there. I think those are the Jordana ones. CoverGirl and L'Oreal. More lip products. I've got all my lip liners here, mostly ColourPop since those are my favorite lip liners. Stila lip glazes, which are way too sticky. I have a Milani gloss, Charlotte Ronson, which was like heart-shaped, super cute, from last summer at Sephora. Lorac, CoverGirl, Rimmel, mini lip glosses over here like e.l.f. and Bare Minerals, Stila, I think I even have Ulta, just a random assortment. More semi-liquid lipstick type products like the Color Riche Extraordinaires and the Revlon Moisture Stain. I actually do like that guy, especially in the summer. NYX Butter Glosses, Maybelline Baby Lips, random Sephora glosses in here. I have like the transforming ones, like the Jessie's Girl. These are stacked a little bit, so like there's a Stila one down there as well. I don't tend to keep this drawer super organized since I don't reach for glosses that much. I have my Lip to Lip plumpers over here, as well as my MAC Viva Glam lip palette. I'm not gonna go too in depth again because I have so many lip products, but there's a general overview. Then move on to eyeshadow palettes. I have various brands, low end, high end. I've got Wet n Wild palettes. I deposited most of my Wet n Wild into a Z palette back here. This palette drawer is pretty overlapped, so you can't see everything. Like beneath that, I have the Sonia Kashuk mattes. I have all the Too Faced and holiday set I reviewed. Under that, I have a Coastal Scents palette with my Makeup Beacon Coastal Scents. Urban Decay Mariposa. Under that's the L'Oreal Lab Palette Nude. Wet n Wild. I have some sleek palettes. Lorac Unzipped Gold. Lorac Get Hot palette. Then I have the It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty, which is probably my favorite matte palette. I like it better than the Sonia Kashuk. Then way back there, you can't see, I like the Lorac Mega Pro. A big Smashbox holiday set. Maybe I should make a video just on palettes, like my favorites. maybe, I don't know, I don't want to talk about ones that are not longer available, because what you're noticing is I don't have a lot of those staple traditional palettes. I tend to just buy limited edition ones. I don't know why that is. I still need to get like Urban Decay Naked, but then I have palettes like the Amma one, which has shades like Urban Decay Sin, and then I have, as you'll see in a minute, even like a full-size Urban Decay Sin. This drawer is a little bit miscellaneous, like the most miscellaneous drawer I have. I have gel liners. My favorites are the e.l.f. ones. I have Lorac Luster liquids, which just are nice for a little bit of shimmer. Eyebrow products like brow gels, and for some reason my eyebrow brush is in there. I don't know why. Eyebrow products, and mostly use natural taupe pomade, but then I also have NYX I use sometimes, so I decided to try that out today again. Liquid liners. I have a Milani one, and then my favorite, which is the Stila Stale Day liquid that I use quite a bit. It's already like all rubbed off from the writing's gone. And then I have the mini Stila ones because I bought these in a set last holiday, and surprisingly they're not all dried up. I have a, I guess must have been like limited edition. This was a really pretty glittery liner, e.l.f. liquid liner. I have random little mini palettes like One Wild Quince, my little mini MAC ones that I bought. These are so cute. e.l.f. again, Clinique, and then like really chunky shadows like this Jessie's Girl one, which they're not like the prettiest, so I just kind of keep them in here. I have a Bare Minerals duo. This is a cream base, but it like fits nowhere else. It's also like a glitter liner, a loose pigment by NYC, and then a lash glue, of course. Up here I have eyeshadow primers. My favorite is the OG Urban Decay Primer Potion. I also do like Milani if you want a drugstore option. And then the very back, my recently hauled special effects stuff because I had nowhere else to put it. Last drawer is single eyeshadows and cream bases. I have the full collection of Milani Bella Eyes, which Milani did graciously send to me. ColourPop shadows, which were all bought by me. No one sent those to me. My little section of Urban Decay, and then this assortment of random loose pigments. I've got Makeup Geek Liquid Gold, some e.l.f., and then Jessie's Girl Kiwi Dust, I think it's called, which is a really pretty duochrome. It's not really picking up on camera, of course. And then I have some cream bases. These are little e.l.f. smudge pots. Like this was the Elsa one that was at Walgreens for a while. I have two MAC shadows. One is one of their Dazzle shadows that came out a while ago in the shade I Like to Watch. Creepy name, but cute shadow. Then I have Matte Carbon, which was also from the Disney Villains collection, so unique little packaging. Ulta Color Coat Cream Shadows. Maybelline Color Tattoos. My favorite permanent shade is the one in Vintage Plum. Great for fall. Came out last fall, I believe. And then random single shadows like the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, NYX Mermaid HD Prismatic, e.l.f. Baked and Toasted, their lustrous one in Toast. I think that's what it's called. The problem with those is that like the label's not on there, so I really can't be sure. Then I have a old-fashioned Too Faced one that I also got in Nordstrom Rack in the shade Copper Peony or something. And over here are all the makeup products that I do not store in my drawers themselves. Like I just hauled these things that I need to take blog pictures of, like the Too Faced Stardust and a couple more Villains items from the Walgreens collection. I keep my lashes in a vintage Chanel box, which I think is just super classy. And then mascaras are all in candle jars, as well as eyeliners and liquid lipsticks. My favorite mascara of all time is CoverGirl Clump Crusher. The eyeliner section also contains any jumbo pencils, and then liquid lipsticks are everything from, yet again, more ColourPop to random brands such as Miraness and Too Faced. Bonita colors I even have one from, which don't get that one, it's like separate and gross. My Sephora ones, NYX ones, I don't know, a lot of liquid lipsticks. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Pretty shiny from all the highlighter I have on right now. And so until next time, bye.